Will this work? I don't know. Why don't I see a live chat? Now I see one. I see a chat, and it is yacht. Chat is yacht. Why do I... Bruh. Pushed jump. Yep. That went perfectly. Really amazing portal entries there. Bruh. What even am I supposed to do there? Oh. Yeah, you know I just got it. Huh. Why didn't I get this to work? Well, that worked. I don't know why. Ten out of 10 platforming. 11 out of 10 platforming. Yes, we are definitely good at this game. Well, I mean, that coin looks super juicy, but I probably shouldn't try to get it. But I just gotta get the shiny. It's so shiny. It's shiny the shiny. So I probably, to get that shiny, I need to miss the teleport portal. Yep. It looks like that does not work. Looks like there may be further steps required to acquiring the gun. There are not. It's just precise. There we go. Coin acquired. Flowers to be spinning. Huh, is this just a skill coin? Also, I just have to take the swag route at least once. Okay. Just acquire it. Oh! Cartoon petals. Anyway, I think we are done with that. For the moment, I must get something. The thing I am getting is a happy little notebook with happy little blueprints for a happy little reverse mount Carl. Actually, now that I think about it, I want to just check what happens when I start this up. Ah! You get an upside down mount Carl. We're at the bottom. Should probably change that. And all of the side blocks are just like wherever the heck they want to be. Yeah, there's a big gap there. So ideally I want this to inherit all of the code from Mount Carl, or at least from the current version, but with a couple of added specifications. I'm probably going to make this one use a different block design sort of thing. Anyway, I'm going to need H blocks, a lot of them. I can't see what's going on up there. Ah, I see. Proceeds to tab over to Discord and forget that I'm streaming. And now we play, yeah. So, for this, main problem is probably going to just be that I want to mix, I'm going to need a lot of semi-solid platforms. And in order to make semi-solid platforms, we will have to do some shenaniganery thingies. Ooh, I am being shown something. Anyways, what are we making? What we want to make is honestly, at this point, probably just make the outline of the whole thing. So I have blueprints right next to me that tell me exactly what I wanted this to look like, except there are various things there that are kind of scribbled out. What even is that? This could take me a while to tease apart my original intent. Oh yeah, these are the ones on group 49 are for a semi-solid sort of thing. Yeah. Anyway, we can take this, copy paste it over. We need a deep red pad, which is really a placeholder texture, I guess. No, it's the texture is. I think the texture is final, but the behavior is not finished yet. So what the deep red pad is supposed to do is that it's supposed. So normal for most pads, you can only hit them once, and then they stop working. The red pads are going to be something that hopefully works multiple times. And in order for that to work, and yeah, all of the pads are going to be hopefully green for the ones that aren't too big of a problem. The yellow ones, which bounce you a little higher and lead to some issues. The orange ones, which are supposed to be the same as the red pads in game. And then the deep red ones, which are big problem, and you will not go to and you will go to space today whether you like it or not. The heck happened here? Whatever it happened there, it is now fine. Mostly. Let's see. We need a track for that to be that platform to be on, and we will indicate our track using various objects. Let's see, what is a good object to indicate a track? You can probably use some of these to indicate where a track will be. So far right now we are doing pretty much just placeholders and etc. like that. Do I want that to be? Okay. I think this will be a full platform right here. So that means that those will just have to be regular old 5 and 7. And then, after we move them in like 3 steps, number 2, You know what? We can still give them group 49, which is the semi-solid group. And we can just put stuff on the bottom, which will be group not 49. And since you do not want to end up clinging to the bottom of a thing, oh, what the heck, we'll be slightly nice to the player. And give those group 16. Because 16 is the deactivate when player is hitting a wall group. It basically is there in order to keep the player from getting stuck in a place like this, because it might be slightly inside the wall, just enough to land on the platform, and I don't really want that. But the thing is, it's more of a problem if you're trying to go, if the player's trying to go up than if they're trying to go down. So we can be moderately okay with how it is right now. And on the subject of going up, or maybe on that subject, possibly, I'm putting in some H blocks, so now the player cannot go and smack their head into that. Dang, did I not take a miniature one-way texture? I can probably just make one out of that. And of course, since that's a actual platform that is not semi-solid, it will need some left and right hitboxes. And now we can add some more semi-solid platforms. Bump that to the right, and we're gonna bring it. Frantically consult my map to see where everything should be. We need 2 of these, just like this. One there and one there. Should be 2 grid spaces. Perfect. And yeah. I can't tell if that is a semi-solid platform or just you know what? It can't hurt too much to put a semi-solid platform down there. Yeah. One away from the wall. Oh, also, is that assigned a group yet? No. Okay, good. The group assigning is going to happen later. TM. Alright, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all semi-solid. Then we have an actual platform like so, with a ceiling and also some walls. And this is a platform, so it needs a platform needs a bottom. And that is 1 space below that other one. That is one more platform there. We also have a semi-solid here. And that semi-solid is on a track that goes around like so. I want to make, hopefully this isn't going to be too hard. I want to make it a little bit challenging, but not too challenging. And this next part that I have planned out looks a bit strange. I'm also gonna put in an extra one of these to point the direction that it should move around the track. And, okay. It goes there. There is a semi-solid on it. 3 spaces wide. We also need a pink orb here, I think. Allow multi-activate. And more semi-solids, of course. We always need more semi-solids. I'm just gonna link those because why not? Because I have no mouth. I must semi-solid. Yeah, we just keep making this really appealing square pattern. And then in just a moment, we are going to finish the work of making this lovely square by, well, actually, hello, dying cow. As you can see, I am making a really lovely square pattern. Take that off of group 16. And I forgot that it was scaled down, so we're probably going to have to get a new one. Not to worry, there's one right over there. Pretty much this entire area is just going to be semi-solids, so yeah. However that works, we'll see. And ooh, the final part of this beautiful square pattern, the part that's going to make it the most beautiful, is that we're lining it with pads so that if the player so much as touches it, they will be launched directly upwards into their eternal pain and torment. I mean, happy fun times. Turn the grid off? No, you turn the grid off. You turn your grid off. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. You turn your grid on. Let's see, what things can I turn on that will be even more annoying? Yay, now we have no background, it's just black. Yes. I have no mouth, but I must insanity. And there is no chatter. And there is some chat to stop me, but very little. Also, I just realized that that's one space too far to the left, which is major sadness. And also, I'm going to be rather annoyed with this thing because I have no idea where to put it. I've always been insane. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, on a more serious note, this is probably going to be quite a bit easier than Mount Carl. It's going to have the same controls. It's going to have... It's not going to have that many of the same gameplay mechanics. The red pad is 10 objects because that's the way I made it. Yeah, jeez, what the heck did I do? You know what? We'll not question it. I'll probably... I'm gonna have to retouch that later. Why the heck does it have 22,000 objects? Where did I put 22 freaking... Oh. Wait, no, there aren't any laurels. I'm gonna have to... Right, it's because I still have this whole big area off to the right here, and I have all of the ground textures from the original one. Do I even have any on-off switches here? I do have some on-off switches here. Oh, joy. They're gonna be... I feel like maybe my on-off switch plans might be a little poorly founded. Anyway, we need 2 one-ways right there. I mean, all these semi-solids are basically one-ways. The level that you showed me, or a level that you have uploaded? How much paddage is on this? Not much. Yeah, the one that you showed me. I mean, I can't see that much, but the glowy red crystals are kind of cute. You have glowy red particles as well. My brain is short-circuiting trying to think of any sort of critique, so it's probably absolutely perfect with no flaws whatsoever. My brain is also short-circuiting trying to think of how I'm going to put the how the heck I'm going to put the collisions into there. I don't really want to resort to negative hitboxes, but I might have to. Well, I mean more that the picture only shows one screen of the level, I guess. Yeah, that is 3.5 blocks. But yeah, that is what that section there, right there looks like. Now we have, about 50 billion pads on this platform, because you can't have a reverse Mount Carl area without 500,000 pads. This particular spot I might have gone a little bit too cruel, so I'm going to reverse the order of those two. I honestly don't know whether the hitboxes would even allow you to traverse that. It depends on how hard that ends up being. If it's just like, if you can literally just fall off this, hold right, fall off, hold left, and you're fine. That's what I kind of want it to be, but I don't know how hard that's going to be to actually pull off in an actual run where you are desperately trying to avoid all of the jump pads that are trying to send you into oblivion. Oblivion, also known as the higher parts of the stage. 2, 3, 4. And that's a 1/2 block high platform. Yeah, we're basically thing that we're just building the layout of this whole thing right now. If I tried to play test it, well, first of all, I'd be on the ground. I'd be all the way down on the ground here, which I don't really want to be. You know what? We can fix that. We can fix that, and we can do it very quickly. No, the brightness in the screenshot is fine. It's just, I don't know, it's a very small portion of the level, so there's only a very small amount of feedback I can really give. The blood moon kind of looks like a planet to me, not really like a moon per se. We need one pad there. We need one happy little pad there, and one very happy little pad just there. Speed, that one will not actually pose, these two will not really pose much of a threat, they'll just be a minor annoyance. Small inconvenience. So yeah, the platform, let's see, how high is the platform? I'm at its lowest point. 3 blocks high. So you do need to use the orb to get on it. So you'd have to jump left. You could jump left from like, you could either use the pad to get on. How high would the pad send you? Probably up to like here. I don't know how, I can't remember how many blocks high the pads send you. But yeah, then the solution for over here is you get down here, you jump over these pads, and then you hug this left wall. And hopefully that sends you down. In fact, we will make sure that it sends you down. So then, frantically typing on Discord. Yurzu, unfortunately, this is not a level request stream, and also I have a sneaking suspicion that's something like Bloodbath that I don't really want to play anyway. If you have a level that you actually made that you would like me to play, you can put the ID in chat, and I'll play it off stream. I'll download the level, but I won't play it on stream. Now I kind of have to hope that I didn't mess up I have to hope that my intuition about pad hitboxes is not way off. Because if it is, the player is going to have a really bad time, and I only want the player to have a sort of bad time. I want it to be challenging, but I don't want it to be horrible. So like this whole area, you could probably just jump from this to here, and then the pads send you directly into this one, which sends you into the ceiling, and then you drop down there. At least if your maneuvering is okay, you wouldn't even have to hit the jump button. Actually, yeah, you could just jump off of this, then hold right, jump here, hit these right into the ceiling, and then you fall. You'd probably end up here, but whatever. That can be someone else's problem to figure out. The heck you mean it doesn't look good? A still frame, it looks fine. I honestly really like the dark red clouds in a... kind of wonder whether those should be made just a tiny bit brighter, because it's kind of hard to see them in the original photo. I think that's the only thing I can think of that might do better. Anyway, time to hopelessly sidetrack ourselves by taking a look at this design and seeing what the heck I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Since we're pretty much on placeholders right now, that's way too big. What else do we have that I could use? Is that a good size? Yeah, just tiny bit bigger. Like so. Jeez, that looks huge. Where's this click hitbox? And then probably... yeah, I made it with lines because I wanted a really accurate shape, and there's no heckin' way to do that with other objects. At least not that I know of. Which, I mean, it's pretty stupid, but it does look really accurate. And that doesn't work. Is there no half size? Great, we'll use these instead. I did not want to select that. And copy values, paste color, paste state. There, we now have a sort of similar looking pad with half the objects. I'm looking at the dot for the sides, and I mean, by the time it gets small enough so that it's usable, it's just... I don't really like it. It's like half of the smallest. It's like half a pixel off. This is so annoying. Now it looks like it would look like that. And I kind of want the sides to like actually come down to the ground. And I also want them to come down to the ground at a bit of an angle. And I don't really want to be here all day calculating angles of dangles. But here we are anyway, calculating angles of dangles. Now it's way smaller than now it's way smaller than it should be. Oh, the rock or outline objects. You're right, that might just cut it. Are there any single rocks in here? I'm not 100% sure, because that's a bit too tall. The ones in there so far are a bit too tall. I mean, yeah, that's also too tall. I mean, it's close, but it doesn't quite work, as far as I can tell. Yeah, I guess I can just take this shape and extend it a little. Actually, if I, on the note of that shape, I might be able to use one of these now. If I'm extending the middle. No, not you. Down to 0.6. Oh, I think that's perfect, actually. Great, we cut the object count in half. I have a sneaking suspicion that these pad objects aren't actually using that many objects, but whatever. I can go through and replace them all at some later point. Anyway, onward. We next need a semi-solid right below this pad, and we need one of these and two of those. That's funny, all the ink fell off into that spot. Anyway. Ooh, it looks like the switch will actually make an appearance. Can you download the level now? Oh, right. One moment. Let me just put this in position. Okay, perfect. Sure. Let us download the 601251. Aha! Oh, that's not even an ID that you can ID. Okay. E. Hey, you stealing the song that I was using. Also, 2 downloads already. Incredible. Clearly not caught up on the Banana Peel hallway lore. There's not much lore. You are a guy and you are walking. And the level is going really slowly, so you're walking very slowly. Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen when you get in the boat. There's no way any of that's changed. Just get in the boat, and then you get out of the boat. Or if you're not actually touching the ladder, you take a look back at the boat. Onward. Fountain doesn't do anything yet because you haven't hit the camera. You go in the door, come out of the door, and I'm pointing the wrong way. Get on the chair. We have a major layering issue. What the butt just happened? Seem to have made 2 different things activate at the same time. Uh-oh. He accidentally leaked it? No, I'm pretty sure that even an unlisted level will just get a bunch of... Okay, where am I jumping? Okay, I am jumping nowhere. Yeah, but anyway, heck your pink orb. I don't know, am I even on the right speed? Oh, yeah, the chair bug. I hadn't run into that before, so that's what you meant. Okay, I'm gonna have to double check the chair at some point. I mean, I knew there was going to be problems with the chair and the stool. Those with everything in general, but with the chair and the stool especially. I mean, yeah, it's just a hallway with stuff, and you can interact with the stuff. And the stuff does fun things when you interact with it. So you get in the door, and you come out another door. You get in the boat, you get out of the boat. You get on the chair, you should be able to get on the windowsill and pet the cat. You should be able to climb on the stool, and then climb on the bookshelf here to acquireth a trophy. You know, stuff, normal stuff like that. You hop in the washing machine to take a bath because that is your goal in life here. For some reason, you just kind of need a bath because that's just a thing that needs to. It's a part of life, having to bathe yourself or take showers, baths, whatever floats your boat. Let's see. I now have a series of platforms down here. Why are they all at 1/2 height? Don't know. All I know is that I must platform some platforms down here. Let's see. The first one is 2.5 blocks below that. Dying cow, I'm not sure whether that's a compliment or what. But I hate to say it, but I do not know life. All I know is dumb. Anyway, we have platforms here. I don't exactly remember the point of this whole section, but the point is probably just to be, just painful enough that it tickles. Take that any way you like. That is 6 steps, or 3 blocks over. And yeah, this is going to be a very normal, perfectly normal, definitely not cursed in any way, little platforming challenge, just to continue the theme of this level being around very happy little platforming sections that you just happily platform your way through without a care in the world, except for falling up. Falling up is the only care you should be having in this little happy little world that I'm creating. But even if you do fall up, it's no big deal. You can just try again. And the section will be more than happy to accommodate you trying again. Oh, by the way, Dying Cow, you'll be glad to hear that I can't really make any snide comments about your general odor because you actually, I believe you mentioned that you thought the washing machine in Banana Peel Hallway was a soft lock, which means you did actually get in the washing machine and take a bath. So, yeah, that's definitely how baths work, right? Is that a platform that you can get stuck on? No, there's a semi-solid right next to it, so I don't even need to bother. This semi-solid goes on for quite a while. In fact, it goes on for so long that the old narrator retired and they had to hire a new one. Oh no, am I making asthmatic sounds? I do not want to be making asthmatic sounds. I have no idea what you're talking about, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Okay, well, I have no idea what the heck I was thinking about when I wrote down this section. How the heck are you even supposed to get up there? Is that a get that you can up? I forgot this orb here. That orb is to return to there. No, I'm not 21, but frankly, you don't really need to know. Yes, I did plan this on grid paper. The main reason that I want to make almost everything aligned to the grid is because that way, at least hopefully, I can make everything happen in fewer groups. Like all of the semi-solid shenanigans. And I need a bunch of tracks. It's gonna need some serious playtestinating because I put literally zero thought into this. Okay, I didn't put zero thought into this, but I'm really not sure I'm really not sure how, or I don't know how sure I am about this working. Well, okay, fine, Dying Cow, I'll tell you, but you're gonna have to wait for a bit because I'm gonna have to think of some disgustingly convoluted puzzle to make it the answer to. That can indicate blocks that only block when you are in the heck is this? Oh, it's a bluish gray, that's why. Hi, new to the channel, I'm Chaos. But actually, welcome into the channel, Micro Guide. It's great. It's good to have you here. I'm still trying to think of a puzzle for a dying cow. And not much is coming to mind. Why would MicroGuide regret this? He doesn't actually have to play the level. He can sit by the sideline and, I don't know, kind of just cheer on the stupid people who actually think that anyone would be dumb enough to play this. What's next? So, right, I believe my plan for this section was that you have to platform across all of this and make it to here, and if you fall down, then you have to go to here, to here, to here, and finally all the way back up to the start of this area to try again. And as you can imagine, there are a couple of things that try to trip you up, but nothing too crazy. If you hit these, you'll notice that they have some layered pads here. That's because these are going to be switch pads. So when you flip the switch, it'll change from one pad type to the other. So if you decide to slide along here and, well, actually you wouldn't be able to slide along here, you would fall through. Dang it, I just realized. How am I gonna make it so that you can fall through the one tile gap? Because normally in GD, you can't fall through a one tile gap. You just kind of slide along. In fact, I think you can even do 1.5 tile gap. The momentum and jump height, the jump height is going to be the same as the cube, yeah. The momentum, well, the momentum in here should be about the same as in Mount Carl. Because the cube just has constant rightward momentum. You can't really go back and forth. We would like a square, because as we all know, it's hip to be a square. Which way it will go around, I'm not really sure. I don't think it really matters. We need more tracks. Hello, Louis Lendon Davies. Oh yes, yes you can. I can put Dining Cow in timeout all I want. I'm probably not going to though. You actually can. Yes, I have been called by name by this new Louis London Davies person. Hi. We now need one more. We now have a bunch of tracks down here, and you know, tracks are kind of boring without a platform to go on them. So I'm going to take some happy little platform and put them on the happy little track. And then we're going to put some slightly less happy little pads on the platform that is on the track. But you know, the pads just want to give you a grand old time bouncing up and down in your most enjoyable bouncy castle. Oh, that's one block too much. Oh, dang, the plan calls for more tracks? This is incredible and unthinkable. We need more tracks. And finally, at the bottom of this whole big fat mess right here, we have the ground, except it's not actually the ground, because we still got some ways to go. Except you'll be happy to know that I'm actually pretty close right here to running out of paper. So the ground is actually like 10 blocks below this, so this level is going to be way less tall than Mount Carl. It might be a bit more involved, but it's going to be quite a bit shorter. at least in terms of height. Because, as you know, in Africa, height depends on how tall you are. You're welcome. 1, 2, 3. Height of 3. Hello, Marilyn Montejo. Welcome to stream. I am OOC, which it's supposed to stand for Order Out of Chaos, but people are probably going to joke about it actually being out of context, which I'm not gonna be able to do anything about. So I'm gonna just have to live with that. Or I could put in an extra O, but then I'd actually have to change my name on YouTube, even if slightly, and that sounds like it would require me doing actual work, which I don't really want to do. Anyway, group 16. Hello, Scratch Crafter. I see, Apons. Yeah, I suppose you are right. Okay, what the heck is the... What the heck is the designation of these? I have no idea how I'm going to make any indication of the pads changing. I did not plan this section out at all. You're learning how to build? Oh, that's cool. If you can, feel free to let me know when right now is done. It's kind of an interesting level name, but hey, to each their own. All of the generic, names have been taken already, so you gotta do what you can. Dying cow. Please don't tell me you hit the paste state or paste color buttons on something you didn't mean to paste state or color on. 3 blocks down. Oh shoot. Somebody's game is crashing? I'm genuinely not sure what you mean by did something that you weren't supposed to do, but let me guess, put a ton of objects in a small space? Ooh, guess what, guys? The plan calls for more tracks. Who would have thunk? Also a ton of semi-solids here. You accidentally copied. Ah! Yeah, that sounds like something that you should not do. Copy and pasting 60,000 objects? Yeah, Yeah. For future reference, I will try not to do that myself. The green pads are just the in-game pink pads, but recolored with a pulse trigger. Same thing goes for the orange pads. The yellow ones I didn't really have to do anything with because they're already yellow. Basically, the green, yellow, and orange pads are single use. They catapult you upwards once, and then they sit there forever and ever doing nothing, which makes them interesting, but ultimately not that much of a hindrance to your progress. The red ones, on the other hand, since they're not actually in-game pads, those I can make multi-use, and I can make them give the player as much height as I want, as many times as I want. Oh, now I see what I was trying to do. So I actually don't want that there. These ones need to be red-ish, and the red ones start out by being on, and the yellow one starts out by being off. Okay. And now that I have managed to figure out that fundamental truth about the universe, oh shoot, we have an unsaved work problem. We have an unsaved work issue. And Cow, please say that the thing that you were just working on now was the thing that you were working on before, so that at least you have screenshots of it that you can work off of. Okay, this section is... Ah, boy, this is going to be hard. 3 blocks down. And we can... So it's basically just one big area. How the heck are you supposed to do that? And we need a red on-off block placeholder for right there. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but there it is. What symbols even are those? So 2 greens, a couple of yellows, I think. There's yellow right under there. And I guess I can just decide when those are on and when they're off. I guess most of them will be off to start with. Oh, I see. Those are just so that you can get back up to this platform. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to. So those are... Not really sure why, but sure. Whatever. That goes right in the middle there. There is a block right there. math lock is always going to be there. There is a pad there, an orb there, another pad there. Oh boy, this is going to be a nightmare. Maybe I can move them slightly up or down to indicate which state they would be in. So that will be a green. The green state ones will be underneath. Okay. So if the green state ones are underneath, that means these ones are, this is the one that's underneath. And that's also underneath. And then so on the way there, the green stuff, the green. Oh, stink, that's not green state, that's red state. Red state ones I should probably make slightly higher than the ground, because otherwise I'm going to make them, probably going to forget and make them both states, and then wonder why the level is stupid. So. I want that to be red. I don't really need that to be either state, I guess. That can. That is green state, those are red state. Okay, I think we have all of the state-based pads done. Just copy that and move it over. And finally, put in the last couple pads for that section. That's the wrong type. Put a switch just down there. And I'm missing some things. Putting that in so that you have to actually thunk. You have to actually thunk good to get through this section. If that even makes sense. And now it's time to go insane. Juan Pineda, this is not a level request stream, unfortunately. I am more than happy to download your level and play it off stream, but I will not be playing it on stream. I'd say somebody stop me, I'm going mad with power, but these are literally in the blueprints, so you can't stop me. And I think that's almost it for this whole layout. And the last thing, and I'll put that in. That might be a little bit too hard, honestly. But yeah, that's actually all that I have written down in the notebook. Oh, I forgot one thing. I lied. There is one thing that I did not put in, and that is a little heart of coins, because you just can't have a please just do better level without a benevolent little coin heart. And apparently you can't have a please just do better level without me please not doing better, because I also forgot that. And that is now a layering nightmare. That's why I forgot it. Ah, stink. I'm gonna have to figure out the layerings on these, because I'm just gonna make those T1 and I don't know, like 6. So at least the layering is consistent. Anyway, that is the entire layout, at least so far, for backwards Mount Carl, where instead of trying to climb the mountain, you have now reached the top of the mountain in the previous level, and your task is now to descend the mountain. And if we hit save and play, you're now greeted with something that probably doesn't even follow the screen, but yep, that's about what I about what I expected. Can fix a little bit of that just by taking all of this junk and yeah, definitely junk, definitely not essential parts of the level, and actually give it the groups 5 and 7. But that's about all I can be bothered to do today. I need to get up at a decently early time tomorrow morning in order to be ready for work. I will download Juan Pineda's level real quick. Normar Dest. Actually, is this a song? Aha, it is. Nope, actually, never mind. That is the really awful version of this song that I replaced it with. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys for coming. Anyone who would be bothered to join this stream. Dying Cow, I wish you the best of luck on recovering your lost work. I hope you're able to remake your whatever designs you were working on there. 60,000 objects though. And that will be it. So, see ya!